Hey, how's it going? My name's Anthony Duran. I'm a fourth year here at University of Cincinnati studying biomedical engineering. We're right outside of Baldwin Hall, one of the main engineering buildings. Excited to have you today on this tour. Let's get started. So right now we're inside of Baldwin Hall, like I said, one of our main engineering buildings here on campus. We have three total. We have Baldwin Hall, Rhodes Hall, and the Engineering Research Center. They're all interconnected, so you never have to worry about going outside on a rainy day or a snowy day. Next, we'll be meeting my friend Megan Neighbor, who will tell you all about the computer lab we have here in ERC.
Hi, my name is Megan Neighbor, and I'm a fourth year here studying environmental engineering. And today I'm going to talk to you guys about the computer labs that we have in the College of Engineering. So as you can see through this window right here, here's an example of one of them. Obviously it's a computer lab, so we have computers, but we also have printing stations in these computer labs. As an engineering student, you get 600 free black and white prints. You also get 300 free color prints, as well as poster printing services, binding services, so if you have like a project that you want to look super nice for a class, you have access to that, which is really nice. On these computers, you have access to any sort of software that you can need for any of the classes that you have. So for a lot of these classes, you don't necessarily have to buy the software for your own personal device, which is nice because it does save you money that way. You do still have to have your own personal device as an engineering student. However, it's not super restrictive for the requirements for those personal devices. If you do have questions about the specifics for that, the information is online. But you can also ask the recruitment office about that. Thanks so much for listening to me today. Next, you're going to go meet Rachel, and she's going to talk to you about our collaboration zone, as well as some of the first year classes that you will be taking.
Hey everyone, hope you enjoyed your last stop. My name is Rachel, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit now about our ENED course, which is our Engineering Design Thinking. You're going to take this your first semester and your second semester. Our goal here is to teach you soft skills that will help you on co-op. So this is a classroom size of your typical ENED course. Notice how all the seats are in groups, so it's very team-oriented. Again, you only have about 40 to 50 students per section, so you will get to know your professor on a more personal level, which is great. So the goal of teaching you so many technical skills there is they say that once you learn 3 programming languages, the rest come easier. So when you're on the job and you have to learn something new, it's easier to pick it up to see those patterns between them. What we also have near here is our CEAS Tutoring Center. So here there'll be TAs for that first year design course. They'll be here to help you with any programming questions you have and anything like that. So now we're going to head down the hallway. So down this hallway, I always like to point out, these are the doors to all the professors who are teaching that first year course. They typically have an open door policy, so if you have any questions, you can go in and ask them at any time. All right. So whereas the engineering library is very good for quiet, more independent work, our collaboration zone is just the opposite. So that ENED course is very teamwork based. We as engineers are always on the same team, we're always working with people. So this space is going to tend to be a little bit louder. You can always tell when the first years have a project due soon because everyone will be in here with their little kits. It's one of my favorite spots to come study. Something to point out in here, along the walls, anything that has a green check mark on it means you can write on it with an expo marker. So this is, again, great for teamwork when you want to come up and really pound out some maybe long problems up on the board with a group. We also have the TVs here, so you can project your laptop screen in front of your team and you can go through the code together. Alright, so this is a little sneak peek of a Makerspace. Right here we have about 30 3D printers where you can come and print just for the cost of the material, not for the time the machines are running. What I like to point out here is we also have a whole other Makerspace called the 1819 that's just a mile off campus. So if you have any projects where you need a physical piece printed, you can model it in CAD, come in here and get it printed quickly. And if you need something more in-depth, the 1819 has higher quality printers and a lot of different machinery to help you prototype anything we need for classes. That's all I have for you here on the 8th floor of Rhodes. Now I believe you're heading over to the 1819 Innovation Hub. See ya!
Okay. Hi everybody, my name is Sarah Sloan. I am currently a 4th year chemical engineering student here at the University of Cincinnati. Today we're going to be showing you around the 1819 Innovation Hub. The 1819 Innovation Hub is a space for students, faculty, and staff, as well as the Cincinnati community to come together and collaborate all kinds of different ideas. It can be anything from an actual physical idea that you want to prototype and then open to market, or something that is simulation-based. We also have a ton of corporate partners in here that offer co-ops for our students just across the street from UC. Our medical center is just over that way a little bit, and campus is roughly 3 blocks away. This whole space over here is also being converted into an innovation corridor. So in a couple of years, it's going to look completely different, but for now, we want to show you what we have space-wise. Okay, hi friends, we're over by the Makerspace now. Makerspace is a micro factory on the bottom floor of the 1819 Innovation Hub. Directly behind it, you can see there's a lot of different woodworking opportunities. These can range from making posters for your dad for Father's Day, or actually finishing a capstone project. Directly to my right is also our water jet cutter. So this is a high-intensity water process that can be used to cut anything from deep metal plating, pipes, woodworking, anything like that. It's really one of those unique things that students can get trained on and then take it into the workforce with them. Behind that, you can kind of see there's a blue wall over there. Behind that sheet is actually a metal lab, so you can learn how to weld, what a good weld, bad weld looks like, and get weld certified. Now we're standing outside the UC Simulation Center here in the 1819 Innovation Hub that's run through P&G. So this is an opportunity for students to actually come in and collaborate with different P&G engineers working on different software development and in-process design, troubleshooting capabilities, all that kind of good stuff. Anything you can really imagine. Right next to me we have Kroger Technology. Kroger is a really big company in the Cincinnati area, but this is specifically for the technical department. They hire both engineering students as well as students serving in IS, IT, and industrial management across the university. Over this way we have Cincinnati Insurance, so they do a lot of the IT, IS as well. So serving our business students a little bit more. However, our University of Cincinnati engineering students who are pursuing their MBA, Masters of Engineering, and Masters of Science are really heavily sought out over there as well. On this side of the lab, you can see that there's a bunch of different 3D printers. There's actually different types of them as well. So you can see there's some encased in orange, some that are white, and those are just different materials that you can use. And that's how you get all these different designs, like this brain, the multiple fingers that are bending, an engine piece, different little frogs, a mountain, a head. So anything you can really think of, you can do down here in the Makerspace. It's here for our students, our community, and our university, and it's only going to grow and go up from here. Thank you, and go Bearcats!
Hey there, I'm Scott Tersick, an engineering student here at the University of Cincinnati, and I'm a first-year student studying mechanical engineering. And we're currently in the bridge between Scioto and Marion Spencer, which are 2 dorms here on campus. Engineering Living Learning Communities in Marion Spencer, as well as Daniels Hall. And what the Engineering Living Communities offer is a way for students on engineering floors, which have, like the name implies, just engineers. My roommate's a chemical engineer, and I have 2 suite mates as well that are also chemical engineers. And from this, we've been able to help with each other with homework, be in a collaborative workspace, and also having activities outside of academics that we're able to be a part of, such as pizza parties for midterms, roller coaster building competition that we had back in the fall. There's also weekend tutorings, which allow us to be able to catch up on homework that we might have not understood during class and coursework, as well as also, for me, I've been able to jumpstart my week being able to talk with upper level classmen and figure out what's going on, so I can have a good fresh start off starting on Monday morning. And I hope to see you here on campus soon. It's a great place to be and a wonderful community.
My name is Lydia Bergenstein. I'm a 5th year studying mechanical engineering here at UC, and I'm going to give you a tour of High Bay Lab. Follow me. So I think this is one of the coolest spots in Baldwin Hall. I think it's just so neat how it just opens up. Bearcat Motorsports is actually downstairs. All the machine shop, lab, and stuff that's downstairs also. You can see that there are lots of testings going on for different cars and trucks. Right here is a vibrational testing panel, so this whole floor actually moves, and so they can test vibrations on cars, trucks. They actually have, to test here is a little bit cheaper than anywhere else, so they have companies come in and do testing on their products. Here in mechanical engineering, you have to do a senior design project, And fifth years can either choose to work on the motorsport car downstairs, which I can show you after this, or you can do a project of your own choice, which is what I'm doing. So as a fifth year, you all of your coursework comes together and you create this capstone project basically with your interests. And I'm working on a smart walker for people in a retirement home so that their posture is better and they have a less risk of falling.
I'm Emily Schneider. I'm the team lead, the business team lead for Bearcat Motorsports. This is our current car for 2020. This is the car for 2019. Each year we build an entirely different car. So last year's car was $122,000 worth of parts, time, machines donated. This year's car is currently running and driving, so we just have to do testing to it and then add aero. So this is the machine shop. So this is where we do all of our machining for Bearcat Motorsports, as well as at different companies that are our sponsors and at 1819. Anyone can work on it. It's an organization on campus, so we really encourage undergrads to come. We have currently like 5 or 6 freshmen who work on the car, and then we have competition in early May. We also have different ones in June and July, so we get to race the car, which is really nice. Our goal this year is to be top 10 at the Michigan competition.
Hey guys, my name is Sam Carper. I'm a 4th year civil engineering student, and today I'll be showing you guys the College of Engineering and Applied Science Library. So come on in. There's what's called the quiet reading room. So if you just like to zone in, just don't want any distractions, just really want to zone in, do your work, and then get out, this is the perfect spot for you. So as you can see, if you look, kind of peek into this room, there's some tables. It's a very easy setup, but there is dead silence, and like by dead silence, you could not hear a pin drop in that room. There's a couple rooms off to my right, your guys' left, where you will see little quiet study rooms. So if you and a group of students kind of want to collaborate, get together, as you can see in each room, there is a monitor along with a whiteboard. So if you and a group of students just want to get together, get your classwork done, feel free to take advantage of that space. All you have to do is sign it out with the front desk up front.
Hi, my name is Sydney O'Connor. I'm a 4th year in computer engineering, also in our Ascend program getting my master's of engineering in computer science. So I'm sure at this point you'll be able to see a lot of cool things, but if you're here, there's a pretty good chance you've heard of co-op before. If you aren't familiar with co-op, it is similar to an internship program, except it's rotational based and you're required to do 5 co-op rotations. So if you were to come to UC, you would go to school your first year like normal, classes in your fall and spring semester, and then you'd have your summer off. And then after that, every other semester, you're gonna flip-flop back and forth between classes and co-op until your 5th year. So by doing that, that gives you 5 full co-op rotations, which is just like a normal semester of school. It's about 4 months long. And your co-op is required to be paid. You're working as a full-time engineer, getting real work experience as an engineer on co-op. And so there's a lot of really good benefits to that program. I've had the opportunity to do 3 co-ops so far. I did my first 2 co-ops at L3 Technologies in Mason, Ohio, which is a defense contracting company. Got the opportunity to do the project engineering co-op there, where I could work on a lot of different projects, which I really enjoyed since I didn't know what aspect of computer engineering I wanted to do yet. I got to do some electrical testing, some software development, and pretty much everything in between. Until I went back for my second rotation there and realized I really liked firmware and working on the FPGAs for the infrared cameras there. And that experience gave me the opportunity to then go to Tesla for my next co-op, where I worked on the firmware team for the energy division, where I got to help develop the new version of the supercharger. So I was writing the software for that and testing the circuit boards and developing a program to make the new version of the supercharger that could charge the car in as little as 20 minutes. So that was a really awesome opportunity, and then I'll actually be able to do my next co-op that's coming summer at Apple. And I know that if I went to a school that didn't have a co-op program, absolutely none of these opportunities would have been possible. When I look back 3 years ago, when I was in the freshman engineering program, had absolutely no idea what discipline I even wanted to do. And now I have the opportunity to work for one of the top companies in my field. It's pretty crazy, and I know that co-op gave me that opportunity, and I can't imagine going to a school where you don't have a co-op program built in.